Let me talk about 5 companies that maybe people have not heard of. One example is a company called Signzy. What is their product? They enable banks to onboard new consumers digitally. The traditional way a bank has had to get a new customer, you have to walk into a bank branch, fill out a bunch of paperwork, give your photographs, bunch of signatures, then the bank will do their KYC on you. It will take several days. So Signzy has provided that technology where you can become a customer of a bank through your phone, through the app. Everything gets done digitally. Today, the largest banks in India use Signzy. They're getting demand from other parts of the world, including the Middle East, including the United States. So this is a company that we believe will become very big in the future. India has a lot of healthcare professionals. They have many medical colleges, but the problem is that most of the healthcare is in the metros. Most of the hospitals are in the metros. And there are hospitals in the tier 2, tier 3 cities, but they're not digitally enabled. They typically are set up by a family of doctors. They get patients just based on the reputation of the family, and they're not fully utilized. So most of these hospitals are only 30 to 40% utilized. So how do you match the demand to the supply? The only way to do that is to provide a digital front end to these hospitals. So Ayu Health has created a network today of 130 hospitals where they've created a digital front end, common brand, and patients can discover doctors or surgeons to get the treatment that they require. We believe this can become the largest hospital chain in India in the near future. Now, Kapiva is a D2C brand that sells Ayurvedic-based food products that address things like weight management, address just general wellness, address beauty and skincare, address hair loss, a bunch of different things that the millennial generation is looking for. Now, what did they do? They took a 2,000-year-old healthcare formulation and they repackaged and repurposed it for the millennial generation. Typically, Ayurveda is something that if you've grown up in India, it's something that your grandparents gave you. Typically tasted very bitter, came in a bottle that didn't look very nice, and you were forced to take it. They have packaged it into something that's appealing for the younger generation. They have Instagram influencers that talk about the product. They've packaged it in a way that makes it appealing. It looks good, it tastes good. Company is doing very well. And they have a large roadmap of products that they're planning to build. And this will be, in the future, the largest Ayurvedic brand in India. One that is very well known in India. It's a company called KukuFM. The founders started the company a few years ago because they realized that there is very little content available in India in the audio form. There's lots of content on YouTube. I can pretty much go onto YouTube and search for anything in any Indian language and find it on YouTube. But what do I do when I want to consume content with the screen off? I need something that's audio enabled. So KukuFM started to create audio content. Then the founders decided to try and monetize. They decided to have a premium content category, which people would pay for. And they were gratified to see the number of people that were willing to pay for premium audio content. Today, they have more than 1.5 million paid users. They have thousands of content creators that come from all parts of India, including from some of the most rural areas. So they've actually created livelihoods for people that have talent to create audio content. Now, Proactive for Her is addressing a women's health problem. The founder of this company discovered and realized is that there's a lot of medical attention for women when it comes to pregnancy, when it comes to childbirth. But there's very little attention given to women pre-pregnancy, particularly women who are in their teens or in their 20s, who have hormonal issues, who may have mental health issues, who may have any other healthcare issues. And this is something women in India, because of the cultural situation, women tend to feel embarrassed to walk into a hospital and discuss these problems. So the founder of Proactive for Her decided to start a digital platform to address these problems. And she was actually a dropout from Harvard Business School. She finished 1 year at Harvard Business School, came back to India and started Proactive for Her. The interest from patients has been incredible. At the request of her patients, she started an offline center as well. They built a very scalable model and will soon be expanding both offline as well as online across the country.